Hi, I'm Steph with Stitching with Steph. Today we're going to be doing week 2 of our March St. Patrick's Day Stitch with Me. So stay tuned so we can get the stitch started. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by my video. If you like what you see here, go ahead and click subscribe, comment where you're from, and then go ahead and hit that like button if you liked the content. If you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back to Stitch with me today, and let's get right into this video. All right, so today we're going to be working on color number 6, which is going to be this lovely little shamrock. I already have my needle threaded and ready to go. And there's this. I'm going to try to insert a picture right around here. Hopefully we can do that this time. I'm still learning as I go, as we all know. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is week 2 of our Stitch with Me. I'm going to see how this setup goes. I am looking into getting a new camera just for clarity purposes. The camera that I have works pretty well for a beginner. I just want more crisper, cleaner images. So I'm looking into a camera that I can do that with. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to get a little bit better image quality, just a smidge better. Let's go ahead and try to zoom in just a smidge more. There we go. All right, I pick solid colors like this when we're doing a stitch with me just because we can knock out a little bit more together on this, which is ideally what we would like to see, right? And as always, I start that pin stitch. Those of you that have subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. I know I have one friend that has come over. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. And then I did order some Q-snap frames so that way we could have less jostling when we're doing a stitch with me. Oh, already messing up our first one here. Jeez Louise, this has been the going consensus of my day today, everybody. I went to go and register for my spring classes, and they had a hold on my account, and I'm like, why? Why is there a hold on my account? Advisory put a hold on my account because they want me to come in for an advisory session for a new student, even though I've gone to this same school several semesters, I guess you would say, in a row. I did take a break for a little bit, so I messaged them and asked, do I really have to come in? Because between work and school and kids, I'll be 100% honest, I just don't have the time to sit here and go to the college and do a new student advising session when I'm not a new student. I've gotten multiple degrees from this college and certificates. So I feel like it's a moot point. It's the same thing every single time. So I asked him if it was really necessary. And if I have to do it, I'll just go ahead and do one over the phone because I'm not going up to the college campus on a day that I don't have to be there unless I absolutely have to, aka class. This is my first stitch along, or stitch with me, I guess you would say, for week 2. First one went pretty good. Granted, in real time, you get to see the issues that arise when we're doing a stitch with me. That's the fun part. Sometimes I feel like some people that do a stitch with me feel obligated to talk through the whole thing. I'm not necessarily that type. I'll kind of say what pops into my head. As you can see, this is a different shade of green. Last week I finished all of this color that we started on, the 20. Again, I don't think we're going to finish it this in the 4 weeks of March, 5 weeks, whatever's in the month of March. I just do a color a week to focus on, and that way we have a conversation and we both have something that we're stitching on together, whether it be St. Patrick's Day themed, March themed, green themed. Honestly, I'm not. If it's a theme, cool. Go right on ahead and do it with us, I say. No harm, no gain. If it's not green, grab whatever you're working on and let's work on it together. Let's see, tonight we have a little bit of a busy night. My daughter's a senior in high school, so we have to do her senior parent meet thing. I don't know. All I know is that they said parents have to be there. So I have that for about an hour tonight. And then I do all my filming on one day just because of work and school. So you'll hear more about my work week, probably in other videos from last week. What I did with the past week. My first video will consist of what's happening that day. So I have that going on tonight. Then I did some laundry, which, let's be honest, that's a never-ending story as an adult. Not even as a parent, but as a whole adult, that's what we get to deal with. Yay! And then now that it's getting warmer here in Colorado, I started on our bedding. Oops, I went one too far down. I started on the bedding for the house. I do wash that every week. I wash it every other week, but then I change the bedding once a week. So just to save me a little bit of grace on so much washing, because I have 5 people in my household, and that's a lot of bedding to wash if you ask me. So what I'll be doing is working on that. I've already did my middle son's laundry, or should I say his bedding. And then my daughter, since she's all becoming a big kid now, she did her own laundry, which thank the heavens for that. Let me see what we have here. Yeah, if you see here, I went down one too far, so I'm just fixing it. I'm going to redo it. Sometimes when we're talking, we're not paying attention. And unfortunately for me, that's what was happening. Don't mind me, I'm just going to grab my threader. Hold on. If I can find it. So, yep, that's what I'm working on today is bedding. Yay for bedding. The nice thing is I'll be able to sleep in nice fresh linens that smell nice and clean. That's always the plus, right? And then probably tomorrow, I'm going to work on laundry for the rest of the house, which will be my youngest son's bedding, and then my scrubs for the work week, and then let me think, the rest of our laundry, towels, all that fun stuff. Next weekend, or this upcoming week, I have work. I'm currently on spring break, so that's why we're getting this done a little bit early today. Normally I don't start recording on Mondays until after class this semester, So I typically get 4 days off a week, and I try to record my videos on those 4 days for the following week. I am just starting out, so I am a little behind naturally. Just because I'm trying to get the hang of my camera, my content, the quality of my videos. That's something that I'm really going to be focusing on next is, like I said, investing in a different camera. I want something that records. I mean, I feel it records okay, but I feel like it could be better. But it's not bad for just starting out. I feel like that's how everyone on YouTube starts out, right? Is we start out with whatever we have, we make our content, we form the habits, and then we go from there. Does anybody have any plans for this week? None really. For me, just work, home, chores, getting caught up on things around the house. Gardening season's coming up, which I'm excited about. When my garden's in full bloom during the summertime, I'll take a picture and insert it in one of my videos and also show it on my social media accounts, which are at the end of this video are my handler names and QR codes. So if you want to follow me along there, you're more than welcome to. So what do you guys do when you stitch for fun? Sometimes I watch other stitchers on YouTube. Sometimes I watch, or I guess you can't say watch, listen, because my eyes are on my canvas. I listen to, sometimes there's some stitchers that will just play music. I really enjoy those ones, and it helps support my fellow stitchers with some watch time. And then I'll watch and listen to some like true crime stuff, just because that intrigues me. Not really any tutorials or anything, just because, well, my hands and eyeballs are a little occupied when I'm stitching. I felt like doing this little shamrock was perfect for this video because it was a decent amount that we could get stitching done together. Hopefully you're going to be able to get some done on yours as well. Sorry if you hear a loud car. There's a kid that lives down the block on the corner house. And I swear to you, I feel like he's either missing like muffler, the Cadillac convert, something, but it sounds like he has a coffee can on his car. And we were young once too. I know what it's like, but it's really, really loud. Unreasonably loud. So I can always tell when he's out of school because he comes barreling down the street in his little car. This is actually a really pretty color. It kind of, I know you guys are probably going to think as I say this, kind of reminds me of a puke green color if you look. So there's this, and then there is right here, there's that color 20 we stitched last week, and there's the new color. So I think they accent each other very well. I do have some accessories coming in off of, I did order some off of Biggest Craft and some kits that I'll be reviewing for the channel just to add to our content and things to do, right? I did order some stuff off of AliExpress as well. There is a large piece that I'm going to be reviewing that I'm going to use as a large piece content. I've been wanting to get to that particular cross stitch for I don't know how long, to be honest. I just never did it. And then when I started my YouTube, I feel like starting my YouTube, it forces me to stay committed to my hobbies and my deadlines now. So I feel like I'm actually getting more done now that I'm here with you guys. So I ordered me a large stand. It's going to be like a floor stand. That's going to be my one large piece that I'll be working on with you guys. So if you have any type of large pieces, I'll encourage you guys to go and start on that, and we'll work on it together, probably 30-40 minutes at a time. Probably some music here and there. Which would be nice. And then come back and talk to you guys for a little bit. But when I show you in the review what it looks like, oh, I absolutely fell in love with this picture. And I'm like, I can't wait to get it done and get it hung up. I started out doing these kind of hobbies with diamond arting. And I have a lot of diamond art still, but my preferred hobby is stitching for sure. Because again, I can do this anywhere. I just grab my piece and my little whip bags that I have, and I go on my merry little way, sitting in the doctor's office to get an appointment done. And the lady goes to call me back, and she's like, "What are you working on?" And I showed her I was working on a cross stitch. And that's when she told me she does needlepoint. And so we kind of bonded over, our love for stitching, just two different types of stitching, right? And she said, "I've never seen a stamped cross stitch before." And of course, needlepoint is kind of the same concept, right? They either sketch the design onto their canvas, or it's kind of like already etched on there for them when they receive it. So I told her, yeah, it's just like this pre-inked canvas and it's color coded. And I just showed her really quick what it was like. She seemed to be pretty interested in it, but she was really nice. You wouldn't think in the middle of a doctor's appointment that we would bond over stitching, right? I thought it was funny because I wouldn't have expected that, to be honest. So my goal for this video is to get this whole clover done. Will I get it done in my 30-ish minutes? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. If not, then I'll probably stitch on it more during the week while I'm at home. That's kind of what I did with my number 20. I worked on all the 20 just to knock out that color because it was pretty like color blocking for stitching. Kind of like how this one is. And then when I have to do my more smaller detailed stitching, then I'll do it. But this one's fairly easy. I feel like those of us that do stitch with me's, we try to pick sections that we can knock out pretty fast during our videos, but also isn't kind of boring. I feel like it's a double-edged sword because if you're color blocking, sorry, I'm fixing my needle. My tail almost came out. Okay, I'm just gonna fix it because I don't want my thread to get all bogged up. So again, I'm learning as I go with this channel. So not only are you joining me on my little stitching journey, you're joining me on my learning to YouTube journey. Like I said, it's to give me something to do, hold myself a little bit accountable. Because let's be honest, we all need accountability in our life, some more than others. And by no means am I a fast stitcher. I like taking my time to make sure my threads lay properly, stuff like that. Because I notice when I'm stitching too fast, my threads will knot all the stuff we don't want to happen. We might actually get this done. I'm kind of shooketh here, ladies and gentlemen. Besides cross stitching, what do you like to do for a hobby? Leave a comment below. I like I said, gardening. I like going out for walks. We used to go on trails a lot, but now here in Colorado we've become so densely populated. The highways to get in the mountains are just they're atrocious. During the winter months, I used to snowboard too, but again, we go snow tubing and stuff during the winter time, but just the traffic is just so ridiculous to get to the mountains nowadays. And I'm like, we need to expand our roadways up into the mountains. And that's easier said than done, especially here in Colorado. If anyone knows any other Colorado YouTubers that do like travel or anything like that, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. We like to eat. We're little foodies, so we like to always try new food around the city. It's kind of hard with one of my children. He is autistic. My middle child has autism, and he has his safe foods. But surprisingly, as he's maturing, he's starting to be more open-minded to trying new foods, which I will take, because that's always a feat in itself. When he was younger, he literally would only eat like burgers and fries. I mean, those are still his safe foods. He likes fish sticks, chicken nuggets, stuff like that. He also loves Korean food. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a safe food for him, but I know that he loves any type of Korean food, which I'm thankful for. Because I know with his autism, sometimes too strong of flavors or textures can be off-putting to him, but with his therapies and stuff like that, he's gotten pretty good about trying new things. Next year, he's going into high school. He seems pretty excited about it. Let's see. I'm going under because I don't necessarily see where, there it is. I couldn't see where the hole was, so I went under real fast so I could try to get that in there properly. My tail just keeps wanting to come out, and it's quite frustrating because this normally doesn't happen to me, so I don't know what is going on. Bear with me, I'm going to trim the ends off of it so it's all one leg, which is probably the problem. If you ever have parts of your tail being a little bit longer than the rest, which will cause it to dethread, just trim it and then keep going. That's what I do. And then if you look, see how my thread is all starting to tangle up. This is what I do. I just lift it up and I kind of let it free fall, free dangle like that. And then it just spins and then it untangles. So just let it free fall and it'll untangle itself. Okay. And then I'm just gonna thread it through here, thread it through here. So what I'm doing is just finishing it off so it lays flat. And there's that. I asked my husband to tighten these scissors for me, and I've had these for about 6 years. And I don't know what he did to them, but they're not cutting so well, so I have to go get me some more. I just haven't had the time to go on Amazon and grab another pack of them. So it's not that they're not sharp. I don't know what happened. There's now a gap in between the scissors, and he can't explain to me what he did. So I'm like, oh, well, I guess I have to go buy new ones. They've served their purpose, I suppose, for the past several years. So what's everyone's 2025 stitching goals looking like? I'm just trying to get a couple of pieces done, to be honest. That would be nice. I have a few done that's just needing some back stitching. Wow, I'm just having one of those days where my tail is literally not wanting to stay. I do wax the end of my tails, and that normally helps, but today it seems to be that it's not helping at all. Again, I'm starting that large project this year. I already know that's probably going to take me a couple of years to finish, to be honest, and lots of Stitch With Me videos. But as long as I stay dedicated and committed to finishing it, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So when I run out of this thread, guys, that's probably where I'll stop the video because it seems like it's slowly coming to an end, as you can see here. I don't think I'll have enough to finish this. Probably a couple more rows, but not the whole shamrock. Okay. Oh, there goes the kid down the street again. At least he's not speeding this time. He's going slow. It's so funny because I can tell how fast he's going down the block with how much throttle he's doing on his engine. Oh, I lied. One more row, guys. We'll finish this row here. And then, because I'm running out, and I've never had an issue with the kit where I've run out of thread. If anything, it's when I go to separate my thread out. Sometimes I get all tangled up and I kind of get frustrated and I'll throw it out. That's the only way that I've had the thread run out on me was due to my own negligence, not necessarily because they didn't give me enough. So when it's small like this, I just run it through my link here just like this. And then what I'll do is finish it up like so. And then this tail here, even though it's relatively large, I'll show you here in a minute. See, my scissors are not cutting very well. It's not very, I mean, I guess it's some can finish that. I don't worry about it. I'm just going to discard it, to be honest. Alrighty. And this is our finish here. Sounds like one of my kids is home. Perfect timing. And there we go. This is what it looks like. Don't mind my light cord. So that's what it looks like, what we finished up today. I'll probably finish all my pink up through the week, and then I'll pick another color for us to work on next week. All right, friends, that concludes this week's Stitch with Me for the March St. Patrick's Day canvas. Again, my subscribers, thank you for coming along and watching this video and sticking around and supporting me through this journey. Anybody that's new, if you liked the content or the images that I share on our conversation throughout my Stitch with Me, feel free to click that subscribe, like, and comment what you actually like about this channel. If you'd like to follow me on other social media platforms, it's at the end of my video. My Instagram is stitching_with_Steph. I also have a TikTok, and that QR code is there. On both of those, I'll be doing little snippets of progress throughout my week, sneak peeks of projects that are coming up, or even notifications of when my videos go live. Again, thank you for coming and stopping by my video today. Have a good day.